Well, hello. I've decided to do a video vlog entry, a vlog entry this time, while eating some of my leftover Christmas candy. Hello there. Oof. I'm excited for this. Baked, not fried. So I've been up on a mountain for the past like 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, 2.5 weeks or something. One of the guys at the English class said, "Hey, well, you wanna work at a ski resort up on the mountain?" And I said, "Well, when is it?" And he said, "You know, the break on the break." And I said, "I've got nothing to do on the break. I could either go and save money by not spending money, and make money by making money, or I could stay at home and you know, stay within these four walls and let my life just flow on past me like the ceaseless river, the proverbial ceaseless river." So I'm here. I was there. I'm here now. I was there from the 22nd of December to the 6th of January, which is today. I took Christmas off, came back, did some not really Christmassy things, but just did some stuff. Ended up with this this weird party. This guy was going crazy. A lot of food I didn't like. Stuff was just off the wall. I just don't know. In any event. So yeah, so I was at at a hotel and restaurant, working in the restaurant and on the ski slopes. You know, I had to take this big gondola up through the clouds, you know, to reach the toppest peaks of the mountain, and then I still had to walk, you know, a kilometer in the snow. I felt very much like I was in a James Bond movie, or I felt like I was in a European spy movie, something cool like that. But nothing cool happened, you know, I mean, just the scenery was cool. And I'll post those pictures on Facebook. Yeah, so it was an exciting time. I would wake up at 6:30ish or whatever. I'd have to be upstairs in the restaurant. I worked in the restaurant. I have to be upstairs in the restaurant at 6:45 most of the time. So I'd get up there at 6:45, and then we would set up breakfast for the people that were staying at the hotel, which normally included fish, or we had trays, and then we had various plates that we always put in the exact same position on all the trays, and then we always put the exact same type of food on each type of dish on the tray, and then we would stand there and wait for people to come. And sometimes people would come really late, and there was this one family that always came right when everyone else was done eating, so we were just standing there just waiting for them to done eat before we could clean up, and it was really it was very mean, it was inconvenient for us, because I wanted my breaks, because I had very few time to myself, very little time to myself. But so people would eat, and then we'd clear their places and stuff like that, and when everyone else was gone, we'd wipe down the tables, we'd sweep the floors, you know, we'd set up then for lunch, and then we normally had a break between whenever we finished that and lunch, which was normally about 2 hours, 9 to 11. I have to go at 11, and I would just stand there and wait for people to eat, and then when they were done eating, they'd put their trays up on a, you know, tray place, and I'd pick them up and I'd take them back into the back, and I would throw out all the food and garbage into a bin that we had, and then I would put the different plates in different places, and the bowls and the trays in different places, and I would put them all different places, and And sometimes I would do it really fast, and I would get the little remnants of crumbs and watery beverages or just liquids that is in food all over the place, and I would get them on my clothes. Except I had an apron. I got to wear aprons. They were blue and they had this big cross on it. So it was kind of weird. I had this big blue cross on it, and I feel like I should get free money from an insurance company just for saying that. Anyway, then the lunchtime restaurant, which everyone would always come, with their big boots and their ski boots and everything. For some reason, when someone wears ski boots, their arms are always like this, no matter what. Arms are always like this. It was like they were in the army or something. It was like we had a whole bunch of soldiers walking through. Except, so we had mats laid down, carpet squares laid down, and except between tables, and right around tables, it was just the linoleum floor, and that was really slippery for people with plastic boots and wet plastic boots. So a lot of people slipped. A lot of babies slipped. The babies would always slip. And they'd always just crash into the ground. None of the babies cried though. They were just like, "Well, I'm fine. I'm a baby. Plus, you stuffed me in like 400 layers of clothing that I don't even resemble a baby anymore. I resemble a full-grown Ewok now." And it was just hilarious to see them just, because one minute they're standing next, they're just flat on their faces. And they're just like, "What happened?" And everyone's like, "Ha ha 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 ha, you fell." And yeah, so it was weird being a white guy there, because the babies would all be just like, "It's a white guy. A white guy's here. What do we do? How do we act?" And I would just smile or just chuckle the day away. And sometimes people would be just like, "Where are you from?" And I'm just like, "Great, I'm from America. I speak Japanese. No one else of the staff here speaks English. I have to communicate with them somehow. I do that through their own language, so that they feel at ease. Because I can." And, yeah, so then when lunch was over, the restaurant closed at 3, but that's not true because there always seemed to be like 40 people or something that would walk in like 10 minutes to 3 and then just like stink up the place until 3:50 or 3:40 or something. So we wouldn't actually be done until like 4, like, 3:50 or whatever. And, because we had to put all the chairs on the tables and mop under them and then put them all down and sweep, and we had to set up all the trays and the dishes and everything for dinner. And then we normally got, an hour break or so, or sometimes even a half hour. We had a half-hour break sometimes, And then we'd have to come back at 5, and then come back at 5 or 4:45 was more like it. We'd come back at 4:45. And we'd put we'd finish putting the food on the tables. We'd put the rice. We'd put the drink, and then we'd stand there and wait. And this is when the real work came, because the busiest night, New Year's Eve, we had 180 people staying there, and so there was 50 different groups, and 50 different groups making 50 different orders for 50 different types of alcohol and 50 different types of water and eggs and various things that they wanted for their meal time. But so that was the real, because that's when I really had to be running around and doing stuff, and people would always comment and say, "Where are you from?" And I'm from America. That's great, that's good for you, they'd say, And I'd say, "Yeah, good for me. I'll come right back with your 4 beers and your 5 lemon scotch." What is scotch? Scotch, I have no idea what it is, but it's written in katakana, so it must be a foreign word. I just don't know what type, what flavor of foreign it is. It's not